welcome to Southern Antiquity, and I got a good one today. And I know it's a little cliched, but from Cambridge University, 1847, we have Shakespeare, King Henry IV. And yeah, it's beat up. And yes, this is one of Shakespeare's political propaganda pieces. I'm not going to act like it's not. It is, but it's enjoyable nonetheless. Check that out. There's 1847. See if we can get that on camera. Bear with me here, folks. There it is. Anyway, it's beat up, it's old, it's been around. Cambridge University, like I said, this thing has been on a hell of a ride. All the pages are still intact, the binding's still good though. But you get the discoloration of the as the older ones do, the older books, you get the discoloration of the pages, which is fine with me. See, right here, you get the old discoloration. See, you get that in these old books, that's fine. And at the bottom here, you get the explanations, though not as well written out as later books would be, but this is from Cambridge. By the time you reach Cambridge University in 1847, they would have expected you to be able to understand Shakespeare and understand literature in general by the time you made it that far. We don't do that much anymore, but we handhold everybody now, and a lot of the books are handholdy now. But once again, I love the, look at the design on the front here. Modern books don't do this, where they used to carve them in. Check those out. See? Oh man, modern books take notice. I mean, some do, I get it, it's expensive, but come on guys, this is a design like that, especially fresh and new. Imagine if this was fresh and new, it'd really feel good in your hands. It's a good read. It's thick though, and it's dense. This is one of the denser works of Shakespeare because it's political propaganda. It was made to make, royalty happy, so what do you expect? But it's a great find nonetheless. And what's important about reading Shakespeare is, like, again, it's cliched and it's like the, books to go to when you're in a literary snobby world or whatever. But you have to get other versions like these because they all have different interpretations of what Shakespeare meant, what his words meant. People still aren't sure. There's anybody that tells you they're an expert on what Shakespeare is or what he meant or what his words meant, they're lying. They're just full of crap. No one really knows, but you get explanations like this in these different books. You can see here, if I can get it properly. Sorry about that, guys. There's that. Let me get to the camera over here. There's your explanation on the side. And then you'll get some like this. These are really handholdy. The No Fear Shakespeare. They're, I guess, for your layman, which I think is insulting to people's intelligence. But anyway, you get some like this that are your... There we go. You get that on the side. You get the No Fear Shakespeare. It's very handholdy, but still, it's a English translation. It was made so anyone could understand it. So it's important to read different interpretations of Shakespeare, even the Signet Classics versions. You need to get those. And then also some real world, like the actual King of Scotland, Macbeth, and what the actual historical figures were like, so you can understand references and the actual story and things like that. It's understanding Shakespeare is a task in of itself, which is why most people just give it a hard pass. Most readers do. I don't. I enjoy it personally, but I'm not one of the literary snobs that go, well, since I enjoy it and can read it, I can read the Shakespeare. My aunt and my faults. I'm not that. I hate those people. Those people sicken me. Anyway, we're not here to do that. But 1847, dramatic works, William Shakespeare. This would have come from Cambridge. There's no, like the other books, no one wrote in it, unfortunately, because I do like that when I get books and there's someone's written a letter for somebody or they've marked the pages. I like going through that, but there's nothing. This was just a strict literary book that's just been through the ringer. But this is a testament to the old binding of these older books, that they could last over 100 years and still be here with us. I mean, the only modern thing on it, somebody taped the spine a little bit, but that's about it. Yeah, this would have been Cambridge. This would have been the Metcalf and Company. Printers of the university. So, good read, and I got preliminary remarks in here, but it's dated in the sense of the explanations, which I like. Down here at the bottom, you'll see these things. I love reading these as I read along. Hang on, my camera. Sorry, guys, right there. Those explanations, they're in these books too. But the older ones aren't as handholdy. Like they just, this would have been at Cambridge a book that would have expected you to know what this means. It assumes you're of a certain intelligence level. So when it defines things, it does so in a manner to, okay, it doesn't insult, which I like. I actually like when I come across Shakespearean words and I don't know what they mean. I like the mystery. I like the fact that, you know, a book like this doesn't assume I'm stupid. It doesn't hold my hand. It makes me reach on my shelf, grab another book, define it. You know, it makes my brain work. That's my point. But this is a big book. It's over 400 pages. All pages intact, by the way. So that's good. And you get this at the end with these older books. I like this too. I know a lot of people might not. I do. Check that out. The old rustic look. I mean, you really get the old, just, oh, that's good. It's like parchment by the time you get to the end of it. Like I said, unfortunately, no notes, because sometimes in these books, like that one book we showed on the channel, it had quill writing in it from the 1800s, which was awesome to see. Nothing here, unfortunately, but for what it is, and I got it for $1, but for what it is, and it's together, and it goes with my other, and I've got a bunch of other Shakespearean books here too, but these are just like your scholastic, you know, literary versions. But as a set piece to go with the other ones I got, and reference points throughout time, which is not very many Shakespearean readers get to do. You can read a work from the 1800s and then see how it's interpreted from a work from, you know, the 2000s or the 90s or the 80s, and what the literary understanding was of those words of Shakespearean's works at the time. So that's an awesome thing to sit down and do if you're into that kind of thing. Anyway, like I said, not a very long one. This is going to be more of a talking head. I'm just not feeling great today, guys. It's not going to go into detail, but I am beat all to hell and back. But great finds, so that's what I'm going to be doing today. It's a nice rainy day here, so I'm going to sit. I'm going to pull out all my Shakespearean works. I'm going to compare from the 1800s all the way down. Let me see what year this one was made, out of curiosity, just for sake of argument. Hang on. Got a littler book in my hand here, guys. I want to see what year it was. It's one of my favorites. Washington Press, 1992. Yeah, this would have been the Washington Press versions of the Folger Library. Would have been the ones I grew up with, these things here. These are the ones I had to read in school growing up. So how it compares to, you know, 1800s to 100 years later, that's pretty sweet. You see, we have a difference here already. This is 1847. This would have been 1992. So we're talking, you know, it's a little bit over, I believe my math is correct, it's a little bit over 100 years later. So that's awesome, just to see the difference in these two books. Hold on, my camera's over here. It's not on my computer today, guys. The difference in these two books, just in 100 years difference of the academic understanding of Shakespeare, which is awesome, which is a fun ride to go down if you're a nerd like me. The notes you can compare, and it's fun. Good fun for me. I nerded out over it. I know it's probably not the world's most exciting video, and I apologize. But I do think next week I've got my eye on a book that's got some writing in it. I think it's been to Italy and back, so that's cool. That'll be a fun ride next week. Anyway, I'll end it here, guys. This was This Week in Southern Antiquity, Antique Book Collecting. See you guys next time.